sorry about this. I could probably restart the entire thing here. Let me see. 1 minute of short. No, I'm not making it short. I thought I had it set for horizontal, but I guess not. Is this all right with you guys? Tell you, YouTube sucks sometimes, doesn't it? Well, anyway, welcome to the live stream. Hopefully everybody's doing all right. I see Paul is really active right now. Major Roads, what's up with that? You guys going to chat? Got my Coke going. Now, I uploaded a few videos today. I got the AC on. It was a little bit on the warm side. But got some things here. Paul, did you see the video that I uploaded to channel members for this? It actually worked. I will hit the like button and I will not hit the like button. Well, Andy, I'm not saying your last name. This should be entertaining for you. Yep, wrecked the Primal again. It's all right. Just another one of those lower rod ends. No big deal. We got it back up to 71 though. So we got that back up. Jill. JR Customs, what's up, buddy? Joe's RC Adventure, what's up, buddy? Monster RC. Eric Williams, what's up? How you keep stock Capra shocks from leaking? Some guys use the what they call the green slime in there. Generally, I just refill them when I notice they're empty, or if they have like a big mess underneath them. That's when I really notice. Probably half my shocks are low on oil. To be honest, I mean. What's up, Rob Conant? What's up? Need to see 80 miles per hour. It's going to get there. It's just you're racing a big giant brick, and I love how everybody is just commenting and trying to compare that to a Limitless. There is no comparison at all in any way. Like a Limitless, the thing's this tall, okay? 4-wheel drive, proven, just absolutely fast, incredible fast, right? Proven. This is a brand new big platform, and it's like your Limitless is this screwdriver going through on the road, right? This is like the Challenger. It's a huge difference. It's moving a lot of air, man. Flapping lips. This thing is literally an 8mm rod end. So I found some metal ones on Amazon. So I got those ordered and I'm going to put those on the bottom. The rod ends like what you're talking about are simply too small. Sean Moreland. Yeah, I'm good here, but man, I tell you what, them poor guys up north, they're not okay. Onyx, what's up? Why is it not in full screen like it was? I don't know. I pushed the thing to make it go horizontal, and it didn't go horizontal. So here we are. At least I still got the banner up there, right? Put some limiters in the shocks and lower the ride height a bit. I think we got to come up with something on there. I'd rather put some rather than putting limiters in the shocks. I mean, honestly, I don't know that I'm going to continue doing speed runs with it, to be honest with you. I think we got one more in us, though. But I'm thinking about using like the limit straps from like a Primal Raminator, basically a Velcro thing to wrap around through it and pull it down like that. This way I'm not actually taking the shocks apart and going through any mess like that. I can just pull them with limit straps. Am I able to get some different tires? Sean is looking for different tires that will fit that correctly. He's got different fifth scale tires out there, but none of them even come close to fitting correctly. So we kind of got to do a little bit on it. How heavy is the Challenger? I'm not sure. I think it's around 40 pounds. Maybe a little bit more. 6mm. They use a They use a 10 millimeter nut on them. So yeah, they must be 6 millimeter actually. There's something on there that's 8 millimeter though. 19 minutes for the swap meet this weekend. Oh yeah, we got a. That's what Sean's planning. I knew he was planning something. Swap meet. Man, Joe's RC, I saw that. I wanted to watch the video, but I caught the video right before I went live, so I wasn't able to actually watch it. Yeah, I was watching this other thing on TikTok. I swear, guys, the most unbiased news that we get is actually from real people on TikTok. Yeah, that's nuts. Every news station out there, they're biased, left, biased, right, whatever. And there's a lot of bias on TikTok, but man, when you're talking real people out there just showing you exactly what the deal is, that's the real stuff there, man. There's this other guy, he took his helicopter up there and the fire chief shut him down, told him they were going to take him to jail, and the dude actually brought people back from the roof of their house. So he basically said, I'm going to get my son, because he had to leave his son there, and his helicopter wouldn't carry enough people, so he actually had to leave that woman's husband there because of that stupid fire marshal. Dude, that's wrong. If you're out there helping, man, I tell you what, dude, somebody tries to shut you down, that's when you just go over there and throat punch them and go back to helping people, because that's bull crap. Fill my foam fill my center diff and sledge. Foam fill it? Okay. Sean Moreland, I would like to see it get into the decent 80s and then stop without hitting the ditch. If I could get that run in, it would be awesome. Now, I did run it a little bit and I got 58. The car felt great. Even stopping it like that was a little bit of a challenge. Sean was saying that when you let off the throttle and hit the brakes, that's when it tries to come up. Well, Sean was wanting to take the brakes off the car and go just the motor. I'm telling Sean that's not going to work because it's just two-wheel drive. As soon as you touch that motor brake, all you're going to do is spin it out every time. It does not just slowly stop. I mean, we might could turn the brakes down to 10%, but at that RPM, at that speed, it's still going to spin the car out. So I might turn the brakes up, the actual brakes. If I can get the front to lock up, granted that'll be a slide, you'll end up messing up the tires. But if I can get the front to lock up, then it's just going to go wherever it happens to be going. Jason Ritchie, what's up? Jack's Beach Bash, what's up, buddy? HPI RPM stuff for the Baja 6 millimeter. Okay. Well, I'm going to look at this. I found some on Amazon, so I'm going to order the metal ones. It's just a female rod end as far as I can tell. And I'm kind of wondering if the plastics are meant to break that easy, you know, to kind of save other parts. But I don't know. I think I'm going to try the metal ones on there and see if they work. If they work, great. If not, then, oh well. We'll go back to plastic ones. Oh, George, buddy, I was on edge. When he was coming down, I thought that thing was looking at me when it passed me. I'm like, oh boy. Yeah, Chris, I agree. Oh, the new bumper. Yes, sir. Man, that bumper I think is nice. I got a feeling everybody that races NASCAR here is going to want these bumpers. If you guys didn't see it, it's a video I put up for channel members. I made some bumpers. Now, IEQ Master was here when I tested this thing. And IEQ Master can tell you I wasn't nice to it. Beat the snot out of it. This is set up, it bolts in with all 5 lower bolts. You can also glue it right here. These are up on the website. Just search NASCAR. I have them in blue and black. I do recommend a little bit of glue right here, but during the video test, I didn't have any glue there. So it was just like this. And man, we beat the snot out of it. It took a lot of abuse. Did you guys see this other thing right here? I put this up for the channel members as well. Okay. When you open up a book for an event, a class, and you see that it's just full of a bunch of stupid rules. Well, this is why. Okay, look at this. I made scoops. I made scoops to go in this thing, and believe it or not, they work. They drop right into the sides of it, like this right here. Now you can see this one. Let me see, was this one right here? You can see it kind of wore through it a little bit. So I'm making two different versions, like a full length version, and then a 5mm shorter version. Andy's going to test out a few of these for me. He's going to hit 100 miles per hour with his NASCAR. So, and if these can make it stick on the ground, that's a win, right? So let's see if Andy can hit 100 with his NASCAR. I think he has like a 7,000 kV motor on 12S or something like that to try to get it. We'll have to see what he comes up with. Higher RPM. Now, boys, NASCAR front bumper fits great. I agree. Will the NASCAR smoke the tires and burn out? Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, so you did 89 with stock, okay? These right here should get you planted and hold you down a little bit. I know when I did mine, all it got was 40, okay? It's got the FureTech system in it, all right? All it got was 40, and I didn't have these on it, but man, it was good and stable. I mean, it was straight as an arrow. I was really happy with it, and to be honest with you, really nice. You know, JD, I hadn't even thought about a parachute until you just mentioned that. That's actually a good idea. Do they have RC parachutes that you can put on these things? Something fifth scale? I would need multiple ones though, because every time I stop it, let's just say it stops and doesn't crash, I could drive it back. 100 degrees, San Francisco. Buddy, I tell you what, it was like about 90 out there when we were running. But man, me and Sean, oh my God, it was rough. Tons of humidity. It was rough out there. John Law, what do I think of putting capper axles on the back of an optic? I don't know. As far as the optic goes, what if you just put some regular 10-3 portals on the back? The optic axles aren't quite as wide as a Capra, so I think maybe the I don't think they're as wide. Will probably be about right for you. To be honest with you, just put a 10-3 on the back. AR-45. Can I do a bumper for the STK? I'm sure I can. I mean, I've got the STK sitting right here. But these generally just go over the pipes anyway, so I don't know why you would want a bumper for this one. They fly across the pipes pretty easy. What's up, Jims? Agreed. That's an awesome idea. Like I'm getting a NASCAR and going after Andy and making it faster than it is. Well, you better work on it, Clayton, because he's going to be at 100 by the time you even get a car. Try out your insurance for a set of 1.9 ruptures. Jason, just got to go to the website, exocagedrc.com. I don't know if I listed the, no, I did not list them. I do have I got to get them up on the website. I do have cheat codes for the ruptures. Pro codes will also fit the ruptures as well. And then obviously the normal rupture inserts. Andy, I tell you, wouldn't it be nice to see this rearranged with like a little F1 style body, just like a Limitless? How awesome would that be? I mean, all you would have to do is rebody this. Probably wouldn't want these things on here, but all you got to do is rebody it. That's it. Primal has the parachutes. If they do, I'm going to have to get with Primal on that. $109 in San Francisco. Ew. Shouldn't things be cooling off now? Now, the Gone Bananas Dragster Slicks. I know what we were talking about, Sean, is taking the set of wheels that I've got that are almost completely burnt up. I still need to get back out there and melt them down. But I got to do a wheel well before I do any more burnouts. That was a horrible cleanup. Maybe I can do a 2-liter bottle or something and kind of build a wheel well for it. If I do that, I will go ahead and finish burning those tires up. But I'm not doing it with them being open in the body again. That was really bad. Really bad. Ready for speed run tomorrow and Thursday. Grom is going for a speed run, only running a 6,700 in it. Gotcha. RC, Monster, Micro Beat. Dude, the micros are fun little cars, and whenever we get the track inside the shop done, we will be racing them. What's up, Spa? It has to be coming Grom Limitless. I know. I mean, Grom Limitless. It just makes sense at this point, right? It just makes sense. I mean, really, it's already here. It's already here. All we got to do is put a body on it. We got plenty of room to put all kinds of motors. You have a 540 in yours, don't you, Andrew? So you got a 540 in there. I mean, there's no limit, really. It is limitless. Need a Cletus Dale truck body for the NASCAR. Man, I would love to see some of my actual NAS truck bodies for this. I would love to see that. You ever race the tiny Cyclo RC cars? I have no idea what you're talking about on that one. So I'm assuming that is a no. You're located, I'm in South Carolina. I am just west of Jacksonville, Florida. Well, Mike, I did get the line lock to work. The only thing is it just pushes through the front tires. It just pushes them. So I got to add a little bit more weight up front to actually get the thing going, to make it hold. 540 XL, 2000 kV. Joe Girding, what's up, buddy? Kurum Tenver. I have an X-Max too. Cletus has a NASCAR truck with Dale truck. Huh. Come up there, literally Hot Wheel size. You have a micro Y60 truck. I have never messed with that. Spall, when is Kevin Talbot coming to the Exoplex? I have no idea. I have no idea. Hopefully he waits till after the hurricanes and when the weather cools off and all that stuff. Yeah, we'll have to coordinate it and all that to where he comes in at a decent time of the year, because nobody wants to be out here right now. It stinks. I'm obsessed with the Muse. Oh man, your MUES messed me up. The Mias build. Dude, I really like that thing. When is the Rift coming out again? I don't know. It's just sitting there collecting dust right now. Your neighbor has 2 rabbits. Good for your neighbor. Bravo. You know, on that challenge, does it have any caster in it? Not very much caster at all. It really, I'd probably say, like, if this being the front of the car, they might be like this, maybe. It does not have, the car's not built for what we're doing with it. It's built for burnouts, doing donuts, and scooting around and having a good time. That's what it's meant for. It's not meant for drag racing or stuff like that, even though that's what we're going to do with it, right? But I would like to get that caster back a little bit. I think it would help it stay straight. It would track straight. Right now, it's not even, it's tracking where the servo puts it. You know, like with your car, you pull out on your car, you let off your steering wheel, it self-centers. And as long as that pavement is centered, your car is simply going to track straight. That's when your caster, camber, alignment, and all that is correct. This car, it doesn't really have that. It's just wherever the servo is. So we really need some more caster on it. I'm going to look at it and see if there's something I can do. Maybe I can take the bottom bolt and actually bend the bolt. If I bend the bottom bolt forward, that would actually give me the caster that we're looking for. And if I get the metal rod ends, maybe that would work. But there's no provision that I could see to adjust caster on this thing for high speed. So that's okay, Henry. My issue with spelling is when it's spelled wrong, I read it wrong. I don't know why. I've always been like that. If it's spelt wrong, I'm going to read it wrong. It's just one of them things, I guess. Would the one RC do well on the track? On the new carpet track that will be indoors, yes, we do plan to run a lot of one RC on there. More weight to those weak front suspension pieces. Well, if I get Mike Morrow, if I get the metal end links, which hopefully will be here in a couple days, at that point we should be able to add weight without it having an issue. The dude RC was just kind of talking about the whole caster thing. I think if I could get at least 3 or 4 degrees more caster, it will be a big deal. But the way it's set up, I don't know that there might be enough room on that lower arm. I can go grab the car real quick if y'all want to see it. Before Vidavon makes primal adjustments for that, he's got to have the car, and I really doubt it. RC, let me go grab the car and we can take a look at this together real quick. It's literally sitting right out here. Don't look behind me. All right, here we go. Golly. Oh, I hope you guys didn't see it. All right, so, golly, how do I even get this thing up here? I gotta prop this thing up somehow. Let me find something to prop it up with. Bring it up a little bit higher so you guys can see, hopefully. Nope, not gonna work. Give me a second, let me pull this box over. My old Arma Fury box. This should work. Get these out of the way. I got so much stuff, guys. It's not even funny. There we go. Now we can see this. This right here is the broke one right here. See, this bolt right here, I think I could bend this forward, which would actually give me caster, which might be what we need here. So if I could do that, the arm itself, I don't think there's enough room to really re-drill a hole and bring it forward. There might be. I have to pull the arm off and try to drill into it from the back side because this right here has got a little bit of a taper on it. That might be about the only way to really get that. As far as the top, you know, bringing the top back, there's nothing here either. No, there are no shims in the arms. There's really no way to actually adjust the caster back. There really just isn't. I'd like to be able to just easily adjust it back, but it's not going to. It's not going to. I think the easiest way to get caster, and this right here, this is just a bolt, okay? That's just a bolt. There's nothing special to that. It's just a bolt, and I do believe it is 6mm like what you were talking about. So just simply put the rod end in and just bend the bolt forward. That way it would give me a little bit of caster like this. I think that's going to be about the only way to go, because there is really, it might have 3 degrees caster at the most right now. There is not a lot. So we'll get that set down there, move that Fury box over, and get back to you guys. All right, let me see here. Bouncer on the shelf. That's the Vidavon V2 bouncer. That thing is really nice. Got to get some sway bars for the back of it though. Like the center is humped up. The center is humped a little bit on that, yes, but there's no reflectors. There's no anything major to cause issues. So, and some of the guys commented on the video, oh, just go to an airport. Well, it must be easier for some people to get to an airport than others, because I don't know of any airport that'll allow me in. So we have a few airports around, but I really don't think they'll allow that. I'll have to give them a call. I mean, I don't know. Okay, I need one of the, but hopefully they make a Mustang body. I doubt they're going to do that, Jason. They're pretty much licensed with Dodge, so that's why their laminators are Dodge and all that stuff. Nice, Marcus. I saw another Fury out here at the Exoplex for a past race this weekend, so we may have some two-wheel drive short course racing soon. Do I know if you can use a VRD front portal axle as a rear steer like you can the capper axles? Yes, sir, you sure can. All you got to do is just simply put it in the back. I'm on no adventures. Let me see. Give Mr. Giggles a driver mod. Oh, man, I got to be honest with you. The first pass down, when he got it, he said, oh, man, the steering's backwards. I didn't think about it. But that first pass, Sean was really working it hard because the gyro was backwards as well. Then I fixed the gyro. Offset metal rod ends. Do they make those? I haven't even seen an offset. I know got the plastic ones. Let's do a little Amazon here. 6mm female offset rod end. Let's see. Let's see if we get something here. I don't see any offset rod ends. Nope, don't see any. Not here. Do you have any recommending on upgrading the Traxxas Slash? As far as the shocks on that, the Proline shocks are pretty common on the Traxxas Slashes. You know, Andy, somebody mentioned that it should be all-wheel drive. I went looking because I didn't know, but they actually do have an all-wheel drive Challenger, a real one. If this thing was all-wheel drive, oh, that would change everything. Everything, because everybody wants to compare this to like the Limitless. It's not comparable at all in any way, other than it has 4 tires, but only 2 of them are pulling. So, it doesn't drive the same. It's never going to drive the same. But if this was 4-wheel drive, man, I tell you what, it would be amazing, wouldn't it? I'll set it right in. One is messing up, or my message is showing. Andy, yeah, I see your messages. What hell? Sure for electronics. I would really try cranking that expo down and try. What I think I'm going to do, dude, I think I'm going to change radios altogether. I know a lot of you guys don't like the IXSR because it's a $700 radio, but it's a really nice radio. That's why you keep seeing it on the channel. If I get a radio that's nice, but it just doesn't really just make me want to use it, I'm not going to use it. But I get a radio that is nice and I really like it, that's when you see it. So just giving you all a little tip, when you start seeing repetitive things on the channel, that means I really like them. I mean, I like a lot of different radios, don't get me wrong. Each one has their own benefit and this and that, but this thing right here is really nice. Late to the game, how'd you for Travis? I did fine. I did fine, buddy. Probably speak that warm. Let me see here. A little toe out, like off-road keeps. See, I did a little toe out, and they were all telling me it needs to be towed in because it's 2-wheel drive, right? Traxxas Rustler, is it any good? Yeah, I would have to say yeah. I mean, it's kind of been around so long, you should be able to get parts anywhere for it. Matt, North Carolina, how did you do through the storm? I see you're on here, so hopefully you're doing okay. Couldn't get a Hellcat in all-wheel drive. So the Hellcats are not all-wheel drive. The biggest engine you get with the 5.7 Hemi, not the 6.2. Oh, so it is scaled at two-wheel drive, right? I mean, this motor probably has, scale-wise, at least 7,000 horsepower. You know. Andy, I've got it on a GT5. But the GT5, when it comes to this stuff, is kind of limited. It's like this one, you can actually set the throttle on it and just simply pull it, and it'll ramp the throttle up for you. I also think that what I may be able to do is to get into that ESC and turn that punch down. If I turn the punch down, maybe along with the throttle ramp up feature of this radio right here, there were some guys on it, they found it, showed it to me. They were drag racers, they were here messing with it. The first thing they said, oh my God, it's like handling a center block. It's heavy. But they found that setting for the throttle speed, and they pulled it. I don't know, see if I can find it. And it actually, you can see the whole thing ramp up. So I'm kind of thinking maybe that along with the punch control on the ESC. Now this ESC is a Max 5 G2. It doesn't have torque control like the Castle's. Castle kind of has that win with the torque control. The torque control is much better at controlling the amperage and torque throughout the RPM range. A lot of times, and I'm not sure if this ESC does it, but punch is really just off the line. So once you're rolling and all that, you hit it, you pretty much got 100%. So I'm not sure how the punch on the Max 5 G2 is. This is all new ground for me. So I'm learning crazy on this one right here. As far as for drifting goes, I can probably fit some PVC on this thing. That'll be crazy. But then it doesn't turn but like this. It doesn't turn sharp enough to really drift. Let me see. Good question, young you got Gaijin. That's right, you do for me, brother. Sorry, watching the videos. Quit your day job. Thank you, the dude RC. I appreciate that. Toe in makes it twitchy. Well, it's got a little bit of toe out right now. What's up? Let's get it. Anyone here from Raleigh? Oh, so you're from Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay. Okay, just a little water. Eastern. Okay. In your opinion, is the X-Max worth it? Buddy, the X-Max has got to be the toughest and most dependable big basher truck on the market. It really is. Even the ARMA guys respect the X-Max, okay? That's how good the X-Max is. It really is. Can you break it? Absolutely, yes, like any of them. But, yeah, even the ARMA guys respect the X-Max. Well, those wheels not wrong, Challenger. Honestly, Marcus, I have no idea. I don't know. They should fit. Whether they fit under the body or not, I don't know. Any tips to keep crashing on the clay track? I hit all the walls. There's a lot of traction on two-wheel drive buggy. Yes, Saga. Number one thing, turn on your driver mod. When you get the driver mod turned on, you'll enter those corners slower. You'll get traction through the corners, and you'll be faster out of the corners. That's how you don't hit walls. It's crazy. Sometimes you got to slow down to be faster. Hey, Viking. Viking still has the record with this car at 73. Sean only got 71. So, and I will tell you this. Viking was fighting it a lot harder than Sean. It was way better set up when Sean was driving than what he was. I'm telling you what. Steering, servo, all that was way better when we put the 12S on it with Sean than it was with Viking. Once I mentioned RC8X not powering on it, send it back. Not sure what transmitter. Bob, look at the Fly Sky Noble on that. Stinks you had to send the RC8X back. We had a guy here. He had his 8X and he bumped it. Oh, Anita. Never mind. Anyway, he bumped it and his turned off and wouldn't come back on. He got frustrated and bumped it and it came back on. So I don't know, that could possibly be a bad run on those, but check out the Fly Sky Noble. As far as I know, that's a really good radio. I just don't have one yet. Let me see here. Stacy, RC Junkyard, what's up? Back from Twilight with the wife, fellas. Frog and toad season. Oh man, I've had a lot of frogs hatch here. Or hatch. Lots of little baby toad frogs. Settings for vision, if it's like an Android. Oh, it's an Android tablet, but I'm not even sure what vision is. Would be an issue in regards to setup for drifting, as I was referring to. Yeah, I was wondering if my vision so bad I could build a C that radio. Just wondering if my vision so bad, maybe I build a C that radio. Maybe you'll be able to see the radio. It's pretty beefy. I mean, it's lit up pretty well. Kevin Talbot still moving to Florida. I don't think he wants to move permanently to Florida. I just think he wants someplace to get away from the nasty winters where he's at. And let's face it, our winters in Florida are perfect. Really nice winters. Toe out adds steering, toe in helps to go straight. Okay. Try the Team Corley. I've got 2 of the Corley stuff, but they just collect dust. Actually, I've got 3. Gary needs another chance. I think Gary does need another chance. You would have made a full pass. Well, you did, but you just crashed it like Sean. I mean, as soon as you let off, the car just... In fact, the brakes are a lot better than when you drove it. Everything. You might would actually stick it and make it have a full stop, but man, when you going about 58 with the 8S, man, that thing was really good. Even I think I had a spin out on that one, but it felt really good at 58. But getting up faster than that, like a big old concrete block. You got Gaijin. That is correct. You got. It took me a little bit. You got Gaijin. Is that like a gamer thing? Cyclone RC King. Is it still messed up? Now RC King did send me a picture this morning of his Fly Sky Noble, or he sent it to me about 2 hours ago actually. So he's switching over. All right, let me see here. We got right here, Crazy Quad Brothers, what's up? Mark Saxton, what's up? Cyclone, Toads lay eggs, so yeah, they hatch a bunch of little tadpoles. If a Noble new and no use for it. You got a Noble that you don't use, guy? Man, everybody gets those radios. They love the things. Yeah, I know, like Enlighten, he's all about the Noble. Clayton, somebody's going to break that record. I mean, I'm sure somebody out there has already got one faster, right? Let me see if I can show you guys something here. Let me see if I can get him to come over here. Come here, buddy. I want to introduce you guys. If I can get him up here. His name is Surfer, as in Silver Surfer. When he's being bad, I'm gonna call him Surtur, like from Ragnarok, you know. But Fly Sky Noble 4 Pro wouldn't change anything. Incredible radio, right? See, that's all I'm hearing. All these good things. I just need to get a Noble. But then again, I've got so many radios. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I had to put dots on them just for all my GT5s so I know which GT5 this thing is on. Crazy. Is Vidavon still in business or internet contract for a few months now? End up trying to get a hold of him after Facebook fiasco. He has an issue with his Facebook Messenger. Now my business account can get a hold of him. My email for him works and all that. But yeah, there's something up with his Facebook Messenger. So this is Jesse. Got a ride in Middleburg. Been to your place one time. You're looking for a circle track car. If you want to race with us, dude, you got three choices. They're all cheap too. Arma, Typhon, okay. The if you can get one, Napa, or not Napa, the Losi NASCAR, or the Red Cat STK. They're all cheap cars. You can come out and race right with us right out of the box, man. I wouldn't change anything. I'm trying to get a hold of this guy. My favorite animal. He's down here somewhere. I'm gonna catch him in a minute. Golly, dude. All right, I got him. Hold on. Ow. All right. This is Surfer. My kitty. As you guys know why I call him Silver Surfer. Oh, he's really good at hiding too. All right. Hi, Joe. Running late again. Mark, what's up, Mark? I see you're still alive. Yes, sir, buddy. My experience, front toe makes a car twitchy and wander a lot. Front toe. I got to get some caster on this thing is what I really need. It needs some caster. That it does. If you sell remote, I'll buy one. Dude, I don't know. I got a lot of them are stock radios though. I'm trying to not convert everything over to GT5s and just use the stock radios. So I got a feeling this year I'm going to have a few field trips, as in school field trips with kids coming out. And I want to have some of these vehicles, you know, ready to go to where if they come out, they can drive some of these trucks, you know, and I don't have to worry about them. Probably the smaller 1/16 trucks, but something that they can actually go, you know, something that they can drive. Details under $200, some performance and so on. So SCP 440, buddy, I do not like the MT12 at all. They sent me one for review and I disliked it so much I couldn't give you guys a video on it because it was just like an old piece of junk Nokia with horrible ergonomics, with really bad interface, airplane terminology. It was just, I did not like that radio at all. It was not my thing. I know some guys have it and they love it. They've been able to get around all that, but every time I tried to use it, thinking, okay, maybe it was just me. Dude, I got into that thing and I was making up new cuss words. So I ended up mailing it off. I sent the thing up to Rob at DSM Off-Road so he can make some parts for it or figure some stuff out for it. All right, Jesse, cool deal. Good talking to you. This cat is tearing up my feet down here. Dude, I'm gonna kick you out of the room, Surter. See, he's being bad, so now he's Surter. Okay, Joe to sell me a Spectrum DX6 rugged. Yeah, I got that in there somewhere. I think I used it about 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I could ask him, see if he has some. Can you get him open up a Vidavon page again instead of declining our requests? What are you crying about, dude? Appreciated. I was thrown under the bus defending him. All right, Capra Queen. Email me so I can email me your story so I can email it to him, okay? Exocaged RC at yahoo.com. Yeah, send me an email on that so I can fast forward it or send that to him and let him look at that. I'm binding every run. Some of them stock Spectrum radios do that, Clayton. New format is good. You're talking about this vertical thing? Oh, he's back under my feet. I'm going to catch him and put him outside the door. Come here, good buddy. Come here, server. Yeah, get out. Move. Move, cat. Woo! He was tearing my feet up. Good gracious. You guys see scars on my arms. That's where I was being attacked. Learning once you figure out it's definitely infinitely adjustable. I know on that radio, I saw Holmes said it was his favorite radio, but Holmes is complete, like, you know, geek, brilliant, genius, nerd kind of a dude. So he could figure it out. I just kept getting frustrated with it. Have you ever put overdrive gears on the front and rear axles to get more speed? Yes, I have, Ray. And it makes them faster. It really does. Vatera Glamis fears rare. Are Vatera Glamis fears rare? You're talking about the buggy? Is it a rare buggy? I think so, because it's been discontinued. It was a nice one too. I wanted to get one, but I never did. What causes a servo to turn when using a BEC when powering off? Okay, some servos, they have this issue where when you turn up, when you take power off, like the control, okay? If you have a BEC, that BEC is still powering the servo, so it defaults to one side or the other. Like with the Reefs programmable, they are defaulted to run to the middle. So if you lose signal, they default to the middle, okay? But some of the lesser servos, they'll default to one side or the other. And I've actually had that happen and killed the gears in some of these servos because it locks out that little pin and pretty much you ruin your servo. But when you're powering off, unplug your battery every time. If you unplug your battery, your servo can't do that because it doesn't have any power to do it. But if you have a little on-off switch and you're pushing that to turn it off, you're shutting your receiver down, which sends the servo to one side or the other. The cat is a skid stain on the underwear. Oh, this cat will be good once I get him trained up right. What made me decide to get another cat? It was actually pretty simple. My neighbor down the road had it. He thought it was a female, and he said, "Look, I've got this female kitty. She's lovable. If you don't take her, I've got to drop her off at the pound." So at that point, yeah, I took her in, and as she was coming out, you know, getting to meet us and all that stuff like that, I noticed there were some acorns back there. So it's a dude. It is a dude. But it was basically to keep it out of the pound. Because he wasn't able to take care of it or anything like that. So, and I like cats. I just got to get this one trained to go outside and do this potty. I've got the litter box inside, but I don't like that. Yeah, I got cat scars all over me now. It steals my parts when I'm working on. All right. Maybe he meant gears. If he meant gears, then they're probably hard to find. Everything on that car is probably hard to find. You have to have some kind of autism to really understand the programming of the empty. Yeah, no, Marcus, you may be onto something there, dude. I could not figure that thing out at all. The signal needs access to signal ground sometimes. F1. Or be an astronautical engineer. Same thing. Is a Reefs easy? It's a Reefs easy BEC. Well, that's fine. As long as you've got the battery plugged into it, you've got power on that BEC. When you turn the power off, unplug the battery. That shuts everything down. You plug the battery in, that servo should sit there. When you turn your system on, at that point, the servo should go to neutral or wherever you have it set, okay? And then when you go to power it down, pull the plug. No, there is none of that going on here, Andy. Eat the cat, eat the cat. No, sir, I am not in Ohio. Dude looks like a lady. He sure did. Oh. when you leave a battery plugged in, even though everything is turned off, there's still a slight drain on that as well. So you can actually kill a battery. You can kill it dead. I know that sounds weird, but you can kill it dead where it does not come back. It doesn't do a zombie thing and come back to you when they're dead like that. What's your opinion on Hobo? Got on an SSTE. I haven't had anything from Hobeo, but I hear good things. I haven't messed with them though. Do I know anything about the Andromeda backbone? No, sir, I sure don't. You're on that gender. We had 2 cats for about a year. We took them to get fixed and found out our cats were girls. With girl names were both boys. Cats can be a little bit crazy to figure out sometimes. If not fully figure out training on herding all the kitty is almost impossible. Oh, I know cats, but I've been moving it closer and closer to the back door. I bought a collar for it. I've got an air tag. I'm gonna put an air tag in that thing. That way, when it goes out to do what it's supposed to do, I can at least know where the thing's at. Oh, it sucks that my front end is so fragile for $200. 12, that's why. Well, Gucci 007. I'm gonna tell you, if you listen to it right at the end, you can hear him actually pull that trigger. You can hear it, but then it's over like that. So, oh, Wally David is in. Wally, did you see the videos where I showed the NASCAR with this thing right here? The Super Scoops of Doom? Man, they actually worked. I've never got a 4.8 before. And granted, I'm driving one-handed with a modified brushless car, but it was actually sticking. I use buck converters, 8 to 15 amps, or direct power. Just use electronic parts from China. Okay. I'm gonna bless myself. CK Hobby Shop, buddy, I'm doing good. You guys follow CK Hobby Shop on TikTok, right? A guy in the SCX 650 left his battery plugged in for weeks and it caught fire in his house. Yeah, see, American, that was his fault. That was his own stupidity. His fault. I will tell you guys, I've had batteries from every brand you could possibly think of. There's a lot of fly-by-night brands that I don't mess with, but it does not matter what brand of battery you have. They all will go at some point in time. They will all die at some point in time. They will. I do not care what brand it is. I don't care whether it's your favorite brand or your least favorite brand. They're all going to go. And hopefully they go quietly and you can dispose of them properly. And they don't do like what happened here and, cause a lot of issue. So last thing I said, cheat codes on 5 comps total. Slater's RC, heck yeah, buddy. Cheat codes for the win. Which ones were they? Dude, I probably did have a speeding booger come out of my nose. I was looking like that might be it there, but that's the little handstand. I thought it might be on the screen, but no, it's not. Well, it's okay, Wally. If I can make my car stick better than yours, I'll get you. A speeding booger. That reminds me of a servo test I did years ago when I was crouched down about to do this servo test. The guy sent me the servo. I feel bad about it, but my goodness, I'm crouched down about to do this thing. In my mind, I'm like, I'll just edit this out, cut it out, clip it. Well, I forgot to clip it. I ripped a fart, and yeah, I forgot all about it. Yeah, it was in there, and then was talking. Then the people were commenting. I forget the 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that. There was a brownout at 2:30. Yep, there was a brownout. There was a power issue at 2:30. And I'm thinking, what are they talking about? I'm like, there was no brownout. The servo did fine. ESC held it. And man, I tell you what, I went to that section, that part of the video, I was in tears. I was laughing so hard. Oh my God. It wasn't even a good manly fart either. It was just a little, you know, it was pretty bad. All right, you know, a Shift G3 Monster as well. All as well, but the saver on that one moves both vehicles. Yeah. Swapping to a shifts instead of Savox. I know Savox is still around, but who still uses Savox? I mean, racers maybe? Everything is shifts, reefs. High-Tech's got some really nice ones. Futaba's got some nice race servos. But, I mean, with me, it's usually a reef servo. I've heard about the 422 that was in the red cap version, and I believe he may be on here right now. I was talking about it, that it wasn't the normal 422. It was a lesser version of that. I have no idea who Key $ Hot is. So, that's a Venom from... You have a Venom Creeper from 2012? That was my first crawler, the Venom Creeper. Wow. Yeah, that was his fault there on that American. I lose boogers at times. I have some legal tricks up my sleeve. Wally David is a legend in the on-road world. He has been RCing for like 67 years. He has been through everything from catching pinion gears with pliers to adjust the timing on brushed motors back in the 1940s. I mean, he's been through all of that stuff. Would your ultra soft cheek mods for 2.2 TRX like the inserts? I would have to completely redesign them. You might think it's easy to just simply expand something, but it doesn't work like that. There's like a certain amount that you can, but it's usually just a couple millimeters at most. Going from a 1.9 to a 2.2, there isn't enough to just simply expand and make that work. You got to rebuild the entire program. Soft front and rear cheat codes, 1.9 megas. I need to save up for a set for my 1.9 Tusk. There you go, Slater. Are your fronts in lay down and rear and stand up? That's the way I like those. And if you still have the, tell you what, if you still have the foams that came in those tires, pick up, they're actually cheaper, pick up a couple sets of the Pro Codes. Use the cheat codes in the front and the Pro Codes in the back. The Pro Codes, I don't have them handy, but the Pro Code uses the foam. I did a video on this. You cut the foam and you make it fit over this. So you have foam and cheat code all in one. It's a really nice system. And you put those in the back of your vehicles. That way, the cheat codes you have in the back right now, you can put them in the front tires of your next truck. You can save you some money like that if you want. Was always mid. Savox had a couple good ones, like the 1230 for crawlers. Your storage in my wife's name. I'm a racer coming into crawlers. Man, I tell you what, Jason, it's amazing because when you're in a crawler comp, you're basically racing, okay? It's a one at a time race. It's the only race where 0.1 mile per hour can be too fast. It's awesome. Make you famous, my bad. Joe used to record his farts on cassette tapes. It was a bad influence on me. Sorry, Gundam Nut. You guys should recognize this guy by now. That's his old Bust Nut 33. This is my stepbrother. All my dirt oval cars have Savox. I know they had some really good one. And Whitty Ford RC, I just can't bring myself to mess with NSD RC. Sorry, buddy. First crawler AX10 Scorpion was okay. My buddy had one of those, and I had the Venom Creeper. gotta start off. Yeah, NSD RC is nowhere near the top of the list. Nowhere near. I would run a Amazon what do they call it? Ingenuity, whatever it is, servo. I need more than a few, Wally. Man, IAQ Master. See, IAQ Master, he has an unrealized advantage. He's over here like 3 hours a day just practicing oval. Okay, he goes to about a set of tires every day, just practicing, getting things right. Yep, Guy Spencer, the pro codes are nice. Nothing was here, Joe, so I thought I would ask. I got you, Andy. Yeah. Lay down, front and up rear. That's the way to go, Slater. Jason, what's up? Mike Cross, what's up? Man, Pat, I used to race nothing but high tech. That was my servo. Back when they was weird with that 24 spline output. They switched to 25 now. I still have a couple of their servos, a couple of nice ones too. Really strong. One's in, there might be one in the race camp, maybe. Let me see. The next step in crawler is kind of showing slowing down on releases yet. The next step in crawlers, you're about to see it. I've got a chassis that's coming to me. This is a pretty wild class 3. I'll go and I'll fill you guys in on some specs on this thing. But it's got the forward transmission to it, the double bend rear links, probably a carrier bearing design on the drive shaft. It's going to be 4-wheel steer on Mias axles, the Capra axles, front and rear 4-wheel steering. The rear servo isn't even in production yet, but it's going to be on this truck. The 525, probably 525 Tusk tires, but I've got the 525. I don't have the ruptures yet, but I've got the 525 megas and all that, or don't have the megas. Anyway, I got some kind of tires in there. I got like 3 or 4 different J Concepts tires ready to go. So those will be going on this thing, but it will be 4-wheel steering. It's going to be pretty bad to the bone. That's it, Animos. Dude, I've run a lot of Animos servos. And for the most part, for 12 bucks, you're getting a decent servo for 12 bucks. You really are. I've been looking at high tech on TikTok, and yeah, they've been posting a lot of air show stuff. I must support 3 a.m. wake up time. Well, thank you, Lance, for popping in. Nielsen used to bring a fart machine on interview. Dude, that was so funny. Leslie Nielsen was such an awesome guy. Sorry, it's one of my crawlers because the racing experience came out at me. Right now, the only thing about Savox is they're really loud. So if I had a Savox in one of my crawlers and I'm out there crawling, all you're going to hear is the Savox just raising sand. I mean, you're going to just see all of that or hear all of it. It's kind of like a Castle ESC most of the time. They're going to be just way too loud. All right. Dinner time, Wally. Go eat something. I think Advancedly going to annihilate Wilson. I got to watch that too. We'll have to see. I mean, that's South Florida. One of those really has a thing for horses, you know? Done anything new to the CJ7? No, sir. All I've done is let it sit and collect dust. I haven't done anything on that. First rotor cruiser with high tech. Used 2 of them to steer the front on the balancer. Yeah, I remember those days. Do you think Reese will do a 999? A 999? Probably. Watching all your videos, really enjoy watching it. Thank you, Javier. Appreciate that. I want to see a legit rally car lap. Something that looks really good. You want to see a legit rally car lap? We got one. They released a few pictures of it, and it looks to be really awesome. And it's coming from that company with the weird name, Arlarlo. So they get this thing out here, it's going to be phenomenal. At least that's what I'm thinking. Wheel World. Dude, I tried to set the thing to go into landscape mode, but it didn't go. So we're in portrait mode today. And at least I can have my chair up. I'm not sitting like a munchkin. Munchkin search. Andy, what's up? I wanted to tell that I put a 1.9 4.0 megalithic tire on my TRX4 Sport High Trail, and with the original inserts in the tires, crawled so much better than the original 2.2 tires. You know, Rob, I've done a video where I had the 4.19s versus 4.75s, and the 4.19s, when driven correctly, was right there. I mean, they were really right there. You know, axle clearance is a little bit of an issue at times, but you got a lower center of gravity, just naturally everything. I mean, the smaller tire brings everything down. So it was actually really eye-opening at just how good the 4.19s did, to be honest with you. Jose Antonio, what's up, buddy? Castle has never fixed the noise. Andrew, buddy, and yeah, there are lots of controversy around NSD and all that, but I don't want to get into that here. I don't want to try to sound biased. Castle pretty much still has a really strong hold on drag racers. Like, honestly, this thing right here would be fine with a Castle in it. And I've got a Castle XLX2 sitting in there, but I want to do 12S. Castle don't do 12S, but in bashers and stuff like that, I think Castle is still very good in basher trucks. It seems like the throttle response is a little bit more crisp. Amp load is higher, at least from what I can tell. So they never really had to mess with the noise because you never could tell it in an X-Max. Okay, J Mac, the pros are, it's huge. It gets attention wherever you take it. It's a great burnout car, donut car, mess around a parking lot car, slide and just have a good time. The cons are, so far we've not been able to get it to run very fast and stay straight without crashing. And the other con is going to be, and hopefully I have a fix for this soon, right here. These suspension arms, they have a rod end, a plastic rod end right here, and this right here is really weak. This is holding the front of the car up. So when you hit a crash, that really lets go. So that's the biggest con that I've found on this thing so far. Otherwise, the car itself is amazing. I really like the car, I really do. But that front lower arm, that's the biggest issue that I have seen so far with it. Family RC, what's up? Man, I tell you what, leaving the day job was a scary thing, but so far, I do not regret it. So far. What's this from Traxxas? GR Supra GT4. Let me see. Based on the Fortec, it's just a rebodied Fortec. It looks cool though. Looks nice. We did a 999. It was a very limited run. Try the pro code and cheat code inserts. That's what I'm getting from you. Cool deal, Rob. That'll work. Yeah, like the cheat code up front seems to have the accuracy, and the pro code in the back has really nice accuracy. But the pro codes, you know how like when you use the steering to kind of jiggle it a little bit and reposition the back, the pro codes position easier than the cheat codes do. So it's kind of one of them things. It's kind of like you get the best of both worlds, the foam and printed insert, plus because there isn't as much insert there. It doesn't take up as much filament. It doesn't take up as much time on the machine. They're cheaper. Simple as that. Castle needs it. They used to have a budget line of ESCs. Clayton, maybe he'll respond. I think he's still on some other platform somewhere. I gotta catch a stream. Happy to see you live. Thank you, Mike Lehman. Appreciate that. Seen 2 quarter scale in NASCAR RCs with gas motors on Marketplace in Idaho not long ago. Yeah, they're quarter scale. What are you going to do with quarter scale? It's not like something you're going to have a bunch of buddies with, you know, to go run. Guy Spencer, have a good one, buddy. Time RC, scalar fab, and 1/10 scale. Jason Bill, did you buy scalar fab? Because I know they had scalar fab for sale for a while. Are you the owner of both of those? Time for squishy. Good thing when I saw the MT12s on the sale committee, so I didn't grab one. The low C72 C10 chassis. I haven't messed with any of that stuff crazy. Really? So you're the owner of Scalar Fab and 1/10 scale. Dang, dude. Is that working out good? I mean, I couldn't imagine trying to take over Scalar Fab, man. Done a video on the Arma Typhon Grom. I've got a bunch of videos on the Typhon Grom. In fact, I recently did a video. I was showing something on this. Oh, the shocks by Nix. I got to put this video up to the public, by the way. But yeah, this is a Typhon Grom with Losi LMT wheels and tires on it. Christopher, yeah, it wasn't too bad here, buddy. Yeah, I should have the new Fusion 18 here before too long. Okay, you do the shipping for 1/10, not the owner. Okay. Good deal, good deal. Yeah, that's awesome, man. What is time for squishy? Oh, that's right. You do have a clear body, don't you, Gundam? I'm fine with it like this. It looks just fine for me. Snoo. Yeah, I got to do another nameplate for the Snoo line out there. I haven't even put my name on this one yet. I got quite a few of these batteries now. Quite a few of them. Paint a green scheme to match the rims. No, I'm going to put the regular wheels back on it. I just happen to have these off. Somebody had one here, and I looked at it. I'm like, man, that looks so good. So, of course, I had to try it. And it actually works pretty good, I must say. Upgraded output for the Ram transmission broke the front diff and replaced with V4, but shaft is snapped. Also, you're talking about like original Raminator transmission? I've never broke those, so I've never had to order any replacements for them. All right, Andrew. Catch you later, buddy. You love my video on the Primal Challenger, the one that wrecked? Well, we've wrecked it several times now. We've wrecked it several times. And the only issue we've had is with that one, or with the arms. Dude, Marcus, I'm really impressed. Every time I put something on the pad that is not supposed to be there, it hooks up so good. It really does. And these tires right here were really good. I couldn't imagine racing them, though. If If I was racing with them, these right here would just be driving all up over everybody, which might be pretty fun. The speed test. Yes, sir. I got 2 videos on the speed test right now. Low C Mini LMT rear diff clicking issues. I have not had any issues with my LMT yet. I've only drove it a few times though. I don't have a lot of hours on it, or a lot of minutes maybe. I'm sure Vidavon may want. Yeah, I don't believe Vidavon makes anything for the stock transmission yet. Chevron Tribe. Yep, they really are, aren't they? I want to put some little bitty drift wheels on this. What I want to do. I've been wanting to do some drift racing at the Exoplex for a while, but can't seem to get enough people together with drift wheels on their cars. That basically, say you take your Red Cat STK and just put drift wheels on it and race it. I think that would be so much fun. That would be a lot of fun, in my opinion. But apparently I'm not everybody. That could be good. I guess he's shaving the LMT tires down to almost slick. Dude, they hook up just fine like they are. I think on the track, treaded tires are better anyway. I think, as far as the pad goes. And also, that pad is getting stickier. Over time, it looks like it is definitely getting stickier. I think Sean is still in the backyard, because Sean has his building back there. I can hear some kind of something back there. Maxi what? Maxi Mart. My drift rig is sitting in there on the shelf. I have not had a need to use it. Mini Max. I've got to see the little Mini Max that they're coming out with, Mini X Max or whatever it is. And find your videos on Typhon Grom. Just go to the channel and put in Grom. You should be able to get all kinds of stuff, or put in Typhon. It's Typhon with a 1-0 or 1-0, not 2 O's. So you should be able to find it. Shouldn't be that hard to get. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Since I've got all this stuff here, to the channel, view my channel. And I want to show you guys these little guys too. Let me see videos. Let's see. Grom. All right, I put in Grom. I got Mojave. I've got the Typhon Grom, modded Grom with Vidavon, Mega Grom Typhon, Typhon Grom Drift, Mojave Grom, Typhon Grom, Insane Grom on-road racing with so many rolls, drift and rubber tires, Granite Grom, my 3D printed Grom paddle tires, Mojave 6 versus Max /6. That's not a Grom. And Typhon 6S, Fury Mega. All right, so yeah, there's plenty on there. Just gotta do a little search. Right there, like where home, video, shorts, live, playlist, community, membership, store, the little magnifier thing. At that point, put Grom in there, and that should take care of you. Aloha. Oh, aloha. That L looks like an I. I'll be drifting at Haul and Crawl. Really? So you guys are going to be doing some drifting at Haul and Crawl, huh? I wonder if they make Raminator drift tires. That would be awesome. Main episode, Brothers Chrome. What else do I got in the works? I got quite a bit, but not a lot of it I can show yet. Where did Mojave Grom heard the charger they come with are junk? The chargers are fine. I've got like 6 of them. They just take a little while, but you plug your battery in and just let it do its thing. It's that simple. USB-C plug. The silver rock crawler behind me, that is the Vidavon V2 Vita Bouncer. Yes, I will pull that down over here for you and move some of this stuff out of the way, clear my table, at least a little bit. All right. This is the Vidavon Vita Bouncer. I was messing with the servo horn. I was checking this servo to see if it was tight for the Challenger. It's fairly tight, but it could be a little bit more. But that is it. Vidavon all the way. This thing without electronics is like $2,900. It does come with wheels. It's really nice though. It's SCX6 based. Trailing arm, rear suspension, and all that stuff. I gotta tell you, it is nice. The chassis is CNC aluminum, so there's a lot to that thing. And it has a 2-speed transmission in it. I want to lock it out though. Just go straight high gear with it. A corner in the pavilion will be set up for drifting. Okay. What's up, Double A Day? Oh, yeah, Blitz RC. Things are Bronzelak. Might be able to find some PVC tubing that will fit over the Raminator tires. That would be actually pretty neat. How fast does it go? I'm into Hobby Wing 2900 wild. How fast does it go? Maybe 20. Until we get a sway bar on the back of it, you really don't want to go much faster with that thing. Now those videos saying, pray for everyone out there dealing with remnants. Double A Day, buddy. I tell you what, man. From what I'm seeing, it's just deadly. How much does it weigh? Probably around maybe 25. That one uses a 56 millimeter motor. I got the 5690 1250 kV motor in it. So it's got a big block motor. It's crazy strong. Good decisions. The best decision I've got for you is buy one brand new. When it comes to bashers and stuff, unless you find one that is absolutely pristine, you know, always buy new if you can. Because if you buy a used X-Max that's been beat up, you're just in for a lot of trouble. It drives perfectly. Everything is perfect on it. You get it, boom. Now you're automatically throwing money into it because it's not working right. I'm not sure on the boats, Mateo. I'm not sure about those. You have a lot of RCs in the backup. Roy, buddy, right now I believe I'm right around 160 RCs. That's about what I've got right now. And if you average all of them out, including like say the Raminator, which is about 10K, the Ram Bouncer is around 6 like it sits. I've got the 12S X Max, which is behind there, was all Vidavon out. That's about maybe 4, maybe 4,500. Right here is a Losi DBXLE. It's probably about 4,500 or 5 grand on that one. This is about 3 grand. You probably average all of these out. Being conservative, let's just say $1,000. You figure how much I've got in our RCs. It's really sad. Basically, no. Will you still run the fan-powered base cam? I still haven't even messed with that thing. I need to. watching you for a couple years and have almost like 30 RC trucks now. Man, my biggest thing was covering all the aspects of it. With 30 RCs, you should be able to cover just about everything you could possibly want to do. So, to heat a grub screw and ladder. I'm gonna soak the rag on fire and have a big burn mark on my. Oh man, I'm glad you didn't burn your house down on that. I found out when I was a kid that electricity will travel up the stream of WD-40 and get you. I found that out. Yep, only once. That's all it took to learn that lesson. Yeah, the Creighton 12S is close to that. I've got a my Outcast 8S is M2C and Vidavon. That's probably at least 3 right there. Heck, I don't know, man. I got way too many stuff. I have more RCs than anybody should ever have. The favorite RC that I own, man, buddy, it really depends on the day. It really does. Speaking about expensive RCs, I do have that Sherp with the 4 Fusion Pros in it. That's an honest 2000 right there. Randy, I am doing pretty good, buddy. I'm happy with where I'm at. Just hope I can keep it up. Hopefully the support with the website, the inserts. I mean, when you guys pick up things from the website, that means a lot. You know, that goes directly into helping me support everything that I do. You know, so it really helps out a lot. I wouldn't say Tamiya is toy grade. I think they're more nostalgic grade at this point in time. I don't think my Clodbuster is really toy grade. Who owns more RCs? I honestly don't know. When I talk to Kevin next, I'll ask him to see how many he actually has. I know he's got a bunch. I think Andy on here, I'm not saying his last name, I think he has over 200 right now. But I'm not sure how many Kevin has. He may not even know. I got a list of them on my phone. That's how I know. All right, let me see here. Let me see if I can find my current list of RCs. All right, let's see here. How many do I have listed? Because if I'm going to scroll this up for you guys are going to probably pause this and want to actually see what I've got here. Got to make sure I can even show this list to you. I think I can. I don't think I have anything on here that shouldn't be shown. I'm definitely missing some because I'm only showing 149 on here. I think I'm about 160 now. I've added a few more to the list here. But I will scroll this up for you guys. I need to revise this. RC and more, yes sir. Like an episode of Hoarders. It is an episode of Hoarders. Really expensive stuff. You just seem to having a great retirement career change. Man, Jeremy, I love sleeping late, man. It's like nobody's telling me when to wake up. When I have to set an alarm for myself, I don't even like it. Oh, come on. I am not saying Andy's last name. I'm not putting up with that again. I think I changed it, but I couldn't find it though. Oh, 50K was about the same as you, especially now he raffles them. Yeah, see, he was talking to me about raffles and all that, doing the raffle. And I'll tell him that when you guys were trying to pick up the tickets, it's a UK-based company, so you've got to get the tickets, and then it converts over. Some of you guys weren't able to buy the tickets, and you ended up with my Apple Pay wouldn't work. My Apple Pay did work. So I was kind of having a little bit of an issue with all of that. And then I asked him about the raffles and all that, as far as like somebody wins something. Say I have a Losi NASCAR. They come with a battery, okay? And he says, just simple put down, you're not sending the battery with it. because of international shipping. So I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another try, but we'll have to see. Let me see you. What's up, Daniel? What's up, buddy? He has more. I'm watching one of his videos. I don't think he was well up over 200. Oh, he probably is. You know, Chris, when you watch him, this was a while back when he was at the other place in the UK. He was like doing something. He says, let me go down and grab something. Went down there like a wall of armas, and he just grabbed one off. This is when he was making that long one, and he took it right out of the box and just sawzalled the whole thing, the body and everything, right in half. And I'm like, jeez, I don't have that kind of budget. Oh, man. Give you the Raminator, my last will and testament, please. Would you even know what to do with the Raminator? Nostalgia. And for certain it can cost more. Oh, I guarantee it costs more than mine. Paul Smith, what's up, buddy? DFD, Kevin Talbot actually has more. 200. Question, actually, 10-3 portals. What part do I need to extend the wheels? Give it a tad wider stance. You can put just wider wheel hexes on it, or you got, if your wheels have the hubs, you can buy wider hubs to make it wider if you want. Toy grade is not being able to find parts once you break your car. Somebody is far from toy grade. Been around forever. You know, Marcus, he has more donated cars. That's good. Do you know by chance what happened to JMH RC? I think he just, channel wasn't going anywhere, and he just decided that family and all was more important, the job and all that. So that's what he's doing now. I haven't seen him in over a year, so I don't know what actually happened with him. Building a Tamiya is like stepping back in time. It really is. It's like going back in time, you know, as far as all that stuff. And building something like a Techno or a Losi, like a high-end Losi, or like a nice Kyosho or something like that, is like building a work of art. It's really interesting. I did not make it to Cotton's. We were racing here last weekend. How do you build a gas-powered RC car? What parts you need? Typically, Wyatt, you buy one. That's much easier, much cheaper. It's just simply buy like a Losi 5T or something. I know what you're talking about. Sausage World 500. Yes, that was it. He just went right through and just cut that thing right in half. I'm like, oh my goodness. You convert Raminators to brushes and use Vitavon, of course. Gladly sell it to someone. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Paul Smith here and Dan, for $50, you could enter to win a Raminator, brand new. Paul, do you have a link to your page or a link to the raffle that you're doing? $50 for a ticket, per ticket. And the Raminator is about $4,000. Oh, my current list of RCs here. I'm just going to scroll this up a little bit here. Let you guys see everything I've got here. What I need to do is put an estimated value on each of these. This way, if I kick the bucket, the wife will know about how much to ask for all these. So, should be pretty good. I mean, I got so many things, and sometimes I look at these and I'm like, huh, I don't have anything to go drive. I'm like, I kind of do. I didn't see anything in here that was, yeah, see, I got to update that. There's a few on here that aren't here. Man. What's your opinion on the Arma Groms like the Granite? For what they are absolutely phenomenal. If you put an Arma Granite Grom out into a big parking lot or a field, you're really going to be let down. They're going to be slow. You're going to be like, man, this thing is just sluggish and all that. But you get a buddy with one and you're racing in like the little pad that I've got, or your garage because it's hot outside or raining, man, you have so much fun with them things. And you can really modify them and really do some crazy things with them if you want to. Oh, it has the hooligan in it. Friends had Team Associate RC10 Gold. I had an RC10 Gold Pan car. The same thing over and over for a couple weeks. Why do I do the same thing over and over for a couple weeks? Simple, because it's brand new and I want to see how it does with different things. How the different tires affect it, different motors, servos. I want to see if I can make it do this a little bit better, see if I can tune it to do that. That's why I do that. It's like the Losi NASCARs. I mean, look at where I'm at with this one. It's fully modified now, right? So, and if you got one of these cars and you're wondering about, hey, what if I put this motor in it? What if I put this on the tires? Can I have something here? I may have a video that can actually show you what you want, like a bumper video, which is coming up. I've got a video on these. You know, this allows me to test things, and as I'm testing stuff, sometimes they work out really good, and you can have your ideas and make it work for you. Simple as that. So that's why when I get something new, I want to pop out videos showing different stages of what I can do, what I can't do, what the car can do, what the car can't do, and all that. So that's why. That is why. It's like with the Moose truck. I still got a lot I want to do with that thing too. Yeah, see, Andy's got like 3,000 of them. Clayton, you're finally going to get Creep 6. I'm doing this cool hobby. How long have I been doing the cool hobby? Well, back when I was a kid, I got into it, but then, you know, girls come along and jobs and bills. Then I got myself into a position where I had a little bit of extra money and, you know, working forever, and I got back into it, and somehow I have managed to turn this into my self-employment thing, which I find really, really amazing. You know, that I've been able to somehow do this. It's just one of them things. I don't know. Link to DFD RC. Where is it at here? What do you have? 25% overdrive from KNK part number. Yes, do it, Steve. Pro codes and cheat codes are in the know here now. Setting up for you, sir. Okay. Joe, pro codes and cheat codes are in the know here now. How long have you been doing this hobby? Yeah, group 6. Money to entertain us. I don't spend all of it on RCs. I do buy food every now and then. I mean, I'm still fat, so I'm not starving. Tough question. What's my favorite RC? I don't know. I don't have an answer. I could say Ram Bouncer, I could say Raminator, I could say Losi NASCAR, I could say the Moose RC Crawler, I could say the Challenger. I mean, it all depends. Jeremy Craven, yeah, see, I like this. I do get comments sometimes that people like to see the progression of the vehicles once I get them. You know, it's like I want to do some things with these little Losis right here. This is a really neat little car. So I want to do some things with it. When they get a little brushless system that'll fit this correctly, I'm going to brushless one of these. So really neat little Losi cars right here. And as soon as I get to do modifications to it, then at that point, we will have more videos on them. I know Sean has his carpet track basically set up. I mean, it's kind of loosely set up. It's down. So we're probably going to do something in there. The only problem with in there is light. So light is a big issue with running in there right now. We're still waiting on permits and all that. But these little dudes right here, the wire's got to be just the right position for that body to sit down. I don't know where we're going to put transponders on these things. There is not a lot of room in here. Maybe right there. Maybe. Don't know yet. And then I'm going to have to do a splitter, which is going to be more wires and, yeah, going to be interesting. Janky printers. Do I have an X-Max? Absolutely, I certainly do. I have 3 of them. Have I figured out squishy yet? What am I doing with squishy? I'm trying to figure out what we're talking about with squishy. I'm trying to figure out what squishy was. Under a rock. Thank you. I appreciate that, buddy. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Is the road where you're doing speed tests off camber? It does have a little bit of a crest to it, yes. As far as finding a place to go without traffic or light reflectors in the middle of the road, I can only go by what the other drag racers and speed guys go to. So I don't know that I have another place I can run, honestly. $50,000 RPM. Perfect for the Micro B. Mofo RC has a motor that fits right in it. Okay, I'll have to send him a message. The reason I have been married 31 years. How about your favorite basher, Armagorgon? Dude, the Armagorgon is absolutely amazing. The Fury is amazing. The Vortex is awesome. But I think the Fury kind of beats the Vortex, to be honest with you. Yep, I figured that guy was going to go away. It's a good thing. Let's say real monster ATVs. If Joe stayed with real monster trucks and ATVs, he'd be quadriplegic by now. Probably. I got tossed from my ATV a few times. I was skinnier, so I didn't have as much padding. So it hurt. We may have to just remove him from the whole thing here. Let's see here. Let's see. We're gonna. Why does that say? Huh, this is weird. Like the Ravi, whatever his name is here, click on that. It says unhide user on this channel. So he's already been hidden one time. Huh. Let's see if we can do this. All right, let's see if that works. Okay. Okay, that's why it says unhide. Okay, yeah, you already got him. Good deal. Thank you, Clayton. Appreciate that. Those roads suck for speed run cars. The same problem I was having for straight. Yeah, we got to get more caster on this thing. So it really needs some caster. Gorilla brushless motor in the micro, size of a chopstick tube. I haven't seen that one. My favorite basher, Gorgon. Yeah, the Gorgon is a great basher. The only one that can consistently break a Gorgon is Clayton. I don't ever hide your chats, Enlighten. Thomas Gillum, you ever mess with the crawlers? Buddy, yeah. Yeah, I got about 40 crawlers. So Clayton got you, Gundam, huh? Gundam, you need to start getting some videos done, dude. Hopefully, is it October? Yes, it is October. So I got basically first of next week, hopefully, I'll have my new iPhone 16. Haha. That was just an easy $1,700 for this thing. Woo! iPhone 16 Pro Max 1 terabyte. Woo! So that's retarded. It's crazy how expensive these stupid little phones are. But for what I do, when you're talking about like when you're working for yourself or self-employed, like I guess you could technically say I am, even though I kind of feel I'm unemployed for over a year now, because I don't really consider this a job. It's just kind of like wake up, mess around with RCs, edit, figure out shipping, design stuff, get it up on the website, figure a reasonable price on it, go out, test it, do the videos, all that stuff. To me, it's just like, just something I do. It doesn't feel like a job at all. Let me borrow your camera then. Now this particular one right here, I'm going to be giving that one to the wife. But at that point you could borrow it though. In the Rhino RC, what's a Rhino RC Moza? I haven't seen that one. Debate time, Winter Series. So we can have what? Yep, Winter Series is coming up. Android is junk. I'm sorry. Android is so junk. It's like they put out all these little features and stuff to try to get you, even though the features aren't even built correctly. And then you got to watch what site you go to because, well, you get a virus here, you get a virus there. I can go anywhere with this thing right here. It's probably got more stuff on it than anybody should ever see in their life, and it works just fine. Change to the iPhone or just go up a number? No, on the 16s, I think on the 15s, they went to the USB-C because in the European Union, they required all mobile devices to be USB-C. And honestly, I think the USB-C is stronger than what the Lightning is. So that should be pretty nice. Also, there's 4 microphones on it. The cameras are better. I mean, this is still 12 megapixel, what I've been shooting with. The other one's got 48, so I should be all set on that. It's got 60, 120, as where this one is not 60, 140. 4K 120 frames per second. This one is 60 frames per second. So it's got some new cinematic modes and all that stuff. So hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit more with it. 200 Android, so I don't jump that one away. Well, yeah, they basically give Androids away. That's why there's so many of them out there. For Verizon selling iPhone 16 Pro Max, sir, yesterday's outage was not fun. Imagine not. I'm still waiting for my 16 Pro Max. I mean, granted, I had to order it straight from Apple. So I think so. Yeah, I ordered mine straight from Apple. iPhone, I pay for everything. That is true. That is not a lie right there. I have no argument against that. That's legit. Android superior. This is why you want to borrow my phone to make your videos, isn't it, Gundam Nut? Like iPhone, make something new. iPhone about to save one number and say it's new. Got a verse on my phone, never been hacked. iPhones are boring. I do not like Android. I've tried Android before. I've tried them on 2 different occasions, and it was like, all I could do was get that one app where you get like 500 ringtones or something like that. And the rest of it, I mean, they literally gave me the phone. It's an Android. They give phones away, you know. It's kind of like a pine cone. I'll give you a pine cone. That's about as good as an Android is right there. But they gave us to them at work, and I turned it off, and all the supervisors up there, they all had my real number. They all had that. I didn't bother with that Android. It was garbage. That's what you. What kind of axle would I recommend for a 110 313 wheelbase bouncer build? AR44s aren't holding up running a Fusion Pro in it. Ben, if the AR44s aren't holding up with a Fusion Pro, you must be driving really hard on that thing. Can you find a set of rift axles for that? If you can find a set of rift axles, I think you'll be all set there, buddy. Grizzly. Unicorn can be viewed on any mobile device. Oh, yes, Marcus, it certainly can. Some are better than others. People have deeper pockets than others. I feel like 7 years old. Yeah, the one I'm talking on right now is an iPhone XS. So, and this is a 13, so this will be a 16. I'm not sure where I'll be at, but yeah. What is Samsung iPhone displays? So why does Samsung iPhone displays? They can't make iPhone. Samsung does make chips for iPhone, yes, and I believe some of the displays as well. Yeah, they do. S24. I've already seen the reviews. It fails. Have you ever flown anything? Yes, I can fly planes. I don't do it very often, but I do fly planes about once every 6 months. I have a crack yak, old 3D plane, but I can fly it. I can do some spinneroonies and stuff with it. So I'm not very good though. We got 10 minutes to go. That's all iPhone 15 Plus, right? Note 22. Now the Note 22, that's a huge phone, isn't it? I had the iPad and I thought that was amazing, but when they started coming out with the larger iPhones, I didn't need the iPad anymore. I thought the iPad was good for, well, it's like for PDFs and stuff like that. You can open them up and just really see it like a whole computer, in all honesty. But since they got the larger iPhones, I don't need the iPad anymore. Joe, the company is not going to give you the flagship phone, you know, always a base brand. Aren't all Androids base? Huracan. Trying to find the front suspension upgrade Team Associate 128 models. Man, Sean has the 128, like the buggy and the short course truck. I saw one out there. Like the front suspension, that was just nothing but a piece of plastic that flexed. And the rear suspension was pretty ancient too. These little buggies right here are way beyond that. Way beyond that. But I do want to show those next to these. They're similar in size. So Joe, I'm messing with a Gmade GOM upgrade thoughts. I do not know that they make a whole lot of upgrades or anything for the GOM. So I hear they're decent trucks though. Apple is a girlfriend. Meh, I don't care. iPhone, shoot. I am absolutely an Apple fanboy. Y'all want to call me a fanboy? I will take that. Yes. I will take this phone right here. I will power up. I will put service on this old 10X I'm talking on right now before I buy Android or before I even activate an Android. I have zero. The closest thing I have to Android is on this right here, this radio. This is an Android tablet. So therefore, I now have an Android, right? Yes, that is an Android tablet. Well, there's a lot of Karens with iPhones. That's for sure. I can't argue that one. Could I recommend you an RC helicopter for $50, buddy? I do not know RC helicopters. Walmart? Maybe you can find a Karen with an iPhone that can help you find one there. I don't know. Oh. Hey, Traxxas, the fastest name in radio control, right? So is Apple, the fastest phone in the world. DR28 and the little TR28. That might be what Sean has, because there were two of them. He had the little, like a little short course truck and then a little buggy. If you could put iOS on the Spectrum, you would. Oh, dude, I totally would. Now, the weird thing is, and I'm not sure why this does it. I guess if you want to do an update or something, you can just wirelessly do it. But this does have internet connection and all that. I'm not sure why, but you can actually scroll through the internet on this radio. I'm not sure why you would do that when you have a phone. I don't know about that. Easton Casey, should I get a rock crawler? Well, yeah. You totally should get a rock crawler. If a guy was looking to build a track in his backyard, much like what you did, where would a guy go for insurance to insure said track? I got myself a 3-bedroom house with 7. Buddy, I have no idea what to tell you. If my insurance company was to ever pay a visit, they'd probably have a fit. Jake, how can you use both? I mean, I've been with Apple since the 3GS. I I have tried Samsung. I've tried it. I cannot grasp the Android. It's like worse than the MT12. It's just horrible. And it does depend on who throws it. Marcus Landry, yes, I believe you can, but it's Android and I don't want it to get virused up. I can see me sending this back to Spectrum. Hey guys, this thing has a virus, and they open it up like, yeah, what was Exocaged doing with this transmitter, huh? Yeah, I'm not even going to do that. No way. Easton Casey, favorite rock crawlers. Something that you can just go buy. If you want to beat on it, jump it, bash around with it, the Traxxas TRX4 is the way to go. If you want something a little more scale, then start looking at the axial crawlers. Most all of mine are modified in one way or another. So it's kind of hard to say, really. On UK newish RC, I'm currently running an Arma Nero. A Nero. That's kind of an old one at this point. They are one of the best RCs of the day. I think the Nero would be the equivalent of an E-Revo by Traxxas, which is why they had the big issue and all that. But I've never had a Nero 6S, so I don't know what to tell you. But I do know that's an older vehicle. Maybe they still make the Arma Nero where you're at. I don't think they can make them here anymore. Oh, yes, you did, Kundum. Yes, you did. One time I came up to CSP to get some parts, and I had that piece of junk in my pocket. You may not have saw it, but it was there. What's a good stunt truck to get? Dude, that's this thing right here. Which Gundam Nut probably doesn't really like it because he had issues with it. But man, I've been having a blast with his old truck right here. This thing is fun, okay? It really is. That right there is a blast. The Granite Grom is good. Yes, I really like the Mojave Grom. Upgrade RC. Yeah, they got those CVDs or the dual cardan joint things. They're pretty good. All right, so we got about 3 minutes to go. Hero, unicorn, keep it there non-existent, worth quite a bit to collectors. Paul, you're right, especially if it's in really good shape. Let's hey Joe, check a brand WCM Corporation. If they're still around. They might have compatible tie rod ends to make quarter. I'm gonna order some female ones off of Amazon, and I think they'll go right on. Better for video recording, but Samsung is better for photos in my opinion. I have a photo on mine that I shot from my back porch. Let me see, like it was pitch black, as in dark, except for I had the lights turned on. I need to see if I have this picture. And it was really neat, man. I can't believe that it actually got this picture out of it. I was a pretty good distance away too. I mean, you never know that it was actually dark. Okay, I've got that one right there. It totally enlightened it. Let me see here. Well, this is the real dark one. This is actual video of the lights in the backyard. All right. And then I had a picture of it. I think it was that one. That one turned out pretty nice. We had us a little fire going out here. Yeah, this is right here walking through. I mean, dude, it did great, man. I'm really happy with the nighttime quality of this phone, and this next one is going to be amazing. But this right here, I really believe it was like nighttime here, and it lit it up. I mean, it went through some filters and automatic stuff. It really lightened that up. So I'm not even sure if I can. I don't know if I can adjust it or whatever, but that was a really good photo. I couldn't believe it came out like that. I should keep my XRT or 12S. XRT 8S is fine for that thing, unless you just really want to start trying to break stuff. Javi, Turtle RC. Yes, sir, we're about to finish up, Turtle. Or the rear axle hub. Dude, I have not had a bit of issue with that rear axle hub. I go Florida for Trump. Yes, sir. Oh, doing carpet racing, local or in PR. Awesome. Yeah, we will have carpet racing soon. We'll do another night cross soon. I got to fix my lights, though. That Helene messed up one of my wires out there. What is the best but cheapest rock crawler? Your best but cheapest rock crawler will be the Red Cat Ascent. Very capable, $300, brand new. Really nice crawler for that. Daddy T and Light, thanks for the promo. I can get interest. Pine State Club on the Roar. Ascent by Red Cat. Yep. Listen to him. All right, so guys, we got to wrap this up here. Oh, and I'll switch to iPhone when you buy it for me. Yeah, because nobody gives away an iPhone. They hold their value like gold. All right, so guys, you guys have a great day. I will be back on tomorrow morning as usual. As far as best basher for today, I'd probably go with that little 4S. All right, carried my trampoline. I imagine it did. I had a tree come down and got it taken care of. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Wrap this up. See you guys next Tuesday, and they'll have a video on in the morning. So make sure your iPhones are ready, because Android can't play these videos. Their quality's way too high. You guys have a good one.